Hello and welcome. It's always a pleasure to be here with you sharing. Again, the whole purpose of this teaching is that we seem to have lost our way to understand what this physical world is all about. The physical world is not what it is all about. We are only here temporarily, but we have a purpose, a mission here. And we lost the way because as time passed, we have left less understanding of the spiritual component of it, and we dove into all physical. And because of that, we're thinking this is what it's supposed to be. Absolutely, we're wrong. Now, the question is this, part two: how important is a woman in a man's life? Now, let's forget about what our past experience are with the man or the woman in a marriage relationship. Put that aside for a minute. Let's understand it from God's perspective, the creator of the world, our creator. He has rules he put in place, and those rules begin in heaven. And marriage begins in heaven. Everything began in heaven. And we're supposed to apply these rules in this physical world. And we lost our way. We lost our way because we're chasing our desires. And we have listened to people who don't know what they're talking about because, again, this is a physical world, but the rules are this physical world is governed by spiritual rules, okay, by God laws, commandments. Now, how important is a woman? Understand this and understand this well. It begins in heaven, and I'm going to show you how that works. In heaven, there is one soul, and that soul has a male and a female part. And what God has done is rip that soul into two. One happened to be a male and one happened to be a female. Okay, that's where it all begins. So don't think that this woman is not you. That's your soulmate. That's where the word soulmate comes from, because they are you physically. In the spiritual world, you've been ripped apart. Now, what did God do to Adam? He took his side, his rib, he took a part of him and ripped him apart into two as well. So he created a male part and he created a female part physically. So God took the spiritual, the soul of the male, and placed him in the physical body of the male. God took the soul of the female and placed that soul into the physical body of a female. You see, God is not a confusing God. We're the one who's confusing because we don't understand the way the rules work. Now, how important is she? She's the beginning. She is you. That's your soulmate. Meaning that she comes from the same root, the same tree. Like a tree could have millions of leaves and hundreds or thousands of branches, but the root is the same. So your soulmate, meaning that that leaf comes from that particular tree. Your soulmate comes from that particular tree, which is neshama, which is at a Jewish term, soul. So when you are with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife, what you're seeing is a physical, it's a shell that God placed part of you into this physical body. Okay? That is you. You just can't see the spiritual, the soul of that person in that physical body. So therefore, when you mistreat your wife or your husband, you are mistreating yourself. It is yourself you are mistreating. And you will be held accountable for doing that because there are consequences in this physical world. God has given us rules, given us structure, given us the knowledge how to conduct ourselves in a marriage. A woman is equally important in the marriage because even though we have different roles, but she is equally important in the marriage. As you can see, God did not confuse anyone. It is you who's confused because you don't understand how God created his creation. Because you need to understand that without the structure, without the guideline of God guiding us in this physical world, we will never get it right because we don't even know who we are. We think we do. And many may disagree, which is fine. That's because you probably know more than God. If a woman was not important, God would not have created her. If you were not important, God would not have created you as well. You would not have created your soul. Ladies and gentlemen, the physical body is temporarily. It is designed for us to use this body to reunite with one another, our soulmate, to join, to become one in this physical world and then go back upstairs again. God splits us, put us into different vessel, a male and female vessel, and then we come down here and we reunite with one another. And then once that's done, we have achieved what is marriage. Of course, there's a lot more involved in that, but this is the roadmap to why is a woman is important in our lives. Because that woman, that soul that is inside that female body is your soul. It is part of you. So when you decide to mistreat, to hurt her, or ignore her, whatever it is that you're doing that's bringing pain upon her, you are bringing pain upon yourself. Because why? She is you. And I thank you. Follow, share. Remember, this is how important a woman is. So whenever you look at her, it is you you're looking at. Just because you can't see, you don't have any knowledge, understanding of it, does not mean she's not you. She is you. But accordingly, if that is your soulmate, because there's only one, because remember I said in heaven, God split the soul into two, a male and a female, and placed them into a male and a female body. And your purpose again here is for you to reunite, using each one has a responsibility that you need in order to become one in this physical world again. Again, I'll see you next time. God bless. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.